It's your boy IFBB PRO and today we're going to be talking about food again for the second time this week. But I hope it's going to help. I really know that this one here is something that a lot of guys and girls think is an issue, but it really isn't. And that thing is the type of food that you eat. Okay, food types specifically aren't the reason why you're fat. For example, if you're the type of person, let's say, like, if you're the type of person to think that, like, oh, if I eat bread I'm going to get fat, or if I eat rice I'm going to get fat, or whatever it is that you think that if you eat you're going to get fat, I'm going to tell you here today, right? I'm here to tell you today that it's not true. No food type specifically can get you fat, but portions can. Okay, so that's the focal point of today, right? That's today's episode. It's very short, sweet, to the point. I just explained it to you, but we're going to break down a little bit of the reality behind that. And hopefully you guys and girls can understand this a little bit better so that you can stop sort of like giving yourself this false notion of the fact, or the myth, that food types can make you fat just because they're the specific food type, right? Like if it's rice, if it's bread, if it's pasta. We're going to debunk all that today, and we're going to talk a little bit about it in this short, sweet episode today. Michael, what's good? I see you, Michael. You're always showing up. I appreciate you, homie. I appreciate you, dog. Thanks for showing up. Let's see here. Pose down guy, what's up? Jasmine, what's good? Sean, what's up? If y'all are still here, what's happening? Daniel, cool. All right. So without wasting any time, we'll be diving into today's podcast episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo, what's good, meatheads? Hope you're having an amazing day, and welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's your boy, the returning champion, IFBB Pro, Matt Butale, and today what we're going to be talking about is the real reason why people get fat. All right, so if you're one of those people that think, oh, well, if I eat bread, or if I eat rice, or if I eat pasta or carbs, I'm going to get fat. Well, I've got news for you in this episode. It's going to be very short, very sweet, to the point, and you're going to get what you need to know off rip so that you can move forward successfully and actually burn some fat, lose some weight without this myth holding you back. All right, so let's start off with this. All right, guys, let's start off with this. I want to say, don't blame the steak for what sugar did. Don't blame the steak for what sugar did. All right. When I'm in the gym, sometimes I hear people talk to me about, asking, or at least insinuating, yo, Matt, like, I've been doing this for so long. What's the fastest way to lose weight? Like, how can I lose weight really fast? Right. And most of them, they're really trying hard to lose weight. Some of them are just like asking because they're kind of lazy and they don't really want to put in the work and they want to get the fastest six pack, which we all know those people, right? Anyway, when these people ask me these questions, like, I look at them and I'm like, okay, well, there's no real fast way, and they know that already. But I want to know what you're doing. What do you think is the fastest way that you're currently doing? And is that working out for you? Like, what do you do? And, what's your current method, and why are you asking to switch it? So some of them, if not all of them, no, it's most of them, not all of them. Most of them would say, like, oh, well, I just, started to eat more lettuce. I started to eat more tomatoes, more cucumbers, and I cut out bread, and I cut out pasta, and I cut out, rice, any carbohydrate. I cut it out, and that's what I've been doing to help me lose fat. Like, that's the thing that I think is going to help me lose fat, burn fat, right? And although essentially, if you do cut out those food groups, you will lose fat. It's not because those foods themselves make you fat. All right, I'm going to repeat that. Although you might cut out rice, bread, or pasta, and you might burn some fat or lose some weight, that's not the main reason why you're losing the weight. You're not losing the weight because pasta, rice, and bread are bad for you. You're losing the weight because you're eating less calories. All right. This is all about portion, not about food type. Okay. Like, as bad as this sounds, you could technically eat a diet 100% of, like, we'll say, like, it's true. I've seen people do it. If you've ever heard IIFYM, right? If it fits your macros. I've heard of people, and I've seen people losing up to 15 to 20 pounds and even gaining a little bit of muscle by eating their macros and calories from literally junk food, only because they're getting the accurate amount of protein that they need, right? 1 gram per pound of body weight. And they're also staying within a respectable carbohydrate limit that is based off of either them being in a calorie deficit to burn fat, or them being at maintenance or in a surplus to build muscle. And it's possible you can burn fat with low quality junk food. You can build muscle with low quality junk food, but it's not the best because you're not going to get the vitamins. You're not going to be able to take advantage of the micronutrients. Like, you got to take advantage of the micronutrients. And there's so many other things, that are additives and that are like technically things you don't want to put in your body that you could get away with it, especially if you have really good genetics, but you don't want to put that into your body over a long period of time because it will ruin everything in the long run, right? So, guys, you could technically lose more weight getting rid of rice, getting rid of pasta, getting rid of whatever food group it is that you really want to get rid of, but it's not because that food itself is bad for you, and it's not the like that food itself isn't the reason why you're losing weight, and it's not even the reason why you're gaining weight, if we're being honest, because everything in this game of fitness, in the game of changing your body, comes down to this two things. All right, calories in versus calories out. The amount of calories you put into your body versus the calories that you burn in your exercise. Okay, that's all that this, at least the main pillar of fitness. That's what it is. If you want to focus on changing your body, you got to focus on the calories that you put in your mouth, and then that's going to bring you into a certain direction. And then the calories that come out of your body because you're exerting them, like you're I don't know, you're doing a labor job, or you got a busy life, or you're going to the gym, or you're doing all of it, right? So it's calories in versus calories out. That's the main thing you've got to focus on when it comes to losing weight, or even when it comes to like building muscle or growing. If you're really, really skinny and you want to put on some tissue, it's calories in, calories out. Okay. There is no one singular food group that's responsible for you being fat. Okay. I'm going to repeat that again. There's no one singular food group that is responsible for you being fat. It's your portion. You could literally lose weight on diet. You could literally lose weight on pretty shitty, low quality junk food, right? You could diet with junk food, but if you decide to diet with healthy food, you'll be a lot better. That's besides the point. The fact of the matter is this: rice, bread, carbs, anything, any food that you think is going to make you fat isn't making you fat. It's the portion. Okay. And when you understand that, you'll be able to leverage it. Okay. Like, you have to understand that. I know I've repeated it a lot this episode, but that's the main point in this short and sweet episode that I want you guys and girls to understand. Because I know that there's so many myths. Like, whatever, if you're old enough to have read the magazines back then, or like watch the early YouTube videos of like Mike Chang doing freaking, those ab workouts and shit, like, you probably think bread is bad for you, or rice is bad for you, pasta is bad for you, carbohydrates just are gonna make you fat. That's probably what you think. But it's not that carbohydrates make you fat. Honestly, I'm gonna this is the news, man. This is really what it is. Carbohydrates don't make you fat, but they're so fucking good that they're hard to control the portion of, and because of that, you get fat because you can't stop fucking eating it. It's so good. It's sugar, man. Who doesn't love sugar? Like, put it that way. That's what this is. And I mean, technically, for some people, they do need to control their carbohydrates or get rid of them altogether, because honestly, it's the easiest food group to cut and reduce your weight. Matter of fact, myself, when I'm cutting, I reduce or delete the carbohydrates because it's the easiest food. You don't really need it if you. Okay, look, you need it to have energy to go to the gym, even if you are losing weight. But I mean, I'm speaking on an extremist perspective as a professional bodybuilder. You deplete yourself beyond what's healthy. So, what I just said there, take it with a grain of salt, unless you're a fucking bodybuilder. Okay. But if you're a regular person, you don't need to get rid of carbs completely. You can still have rice. You can still have bread. You can still have pasta. Carbs won't kill you. They won't make you fat. Okay. Be wary of that. Understand that whatever you heard before is a myth. Okay. Foods don't make you fat. Portions do. Your love handles don't come from pasta and bread. It comes from eating large amounts of it over time without being physically active. Okay, I'm going to repeat that again for you guys. Foods don't make you fat. Your portions do. Your love handles don't come from pasta and bread. It comes from eating large amounts of it over time and not being physically active. The quantity of what you eat determines the quality of your physique, and it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. All right? That's all I wanted to share with you guys today. That's it. That's all. If you like this episode, share it out with a friend. Let's embrace our inner meathead together. Hope you like what today's topic was about. IFBB Pro, Matt Vitale, signing out. Boom. TikTok has just a bunch of wild Comments, except for the Kawhi Leonard one. I always get that one, but I'm not entertaining that today. I'm kind of sick. I don't know if you guys can tell. I got like a stuffy nose and a really sore throat. Shout out to everybody that joined on Instagram. You guys rock. You guys are pretty cool. All right, that's it. That's all. See y'all on Monday. We out.